Welcome back, everybody. I'm 25 and invested, and today we're going to take a look at my stock portfolio, my Tfsa, my first home savings account, my wife's first home savings account, non-registered account, and our crypto account, which are small, but I also forgot to make a buy. So we'll get over that. I'll do that on Monday. But this week, we had a top performer. This week was Intel. Intel had a return of 9.04%. That does not dig us out of the hole that we're in. So we'll actually take a look at that. Even though they have a partnership with Amazon Web Services, this does not dig us out of the hole. Intel's got a lot of work to do, or rather, I bought overvalued. It's my fault. A rising tide lifts all boats. A rising tide lifts all boats. Bleh. That's important. This week I had a lot of gainers. A lot of stocks that were up over 5%, over 3%. The market did well this week. Xeqt actually performed 0.94% this week. The S&P 500 performed 1.12% this week. It was a pretty big week, a highly volatile week. A lot of my performance also came from Meta. They had a 7.12% gain. However, I am up just shy of 200%, as you probably see my post on Blossom. It's been a pretty big week, so we're going to take a look at that. My account is also at an all-time high, but we're going to start with my wife's account, which is also at an all-time high. My wife's account is at $33,000, just shy of $30 away, $25 away from $33,000. Her total return is 5.53%. She has a gain of $1,728. This is fantastic. This account is all in Xeqt. It's going good. This is the account that we're using to put all of our access savings. I don't think we're going to hit our goal of maxing it out this year, but we will hit it probably mid to late next year, because we have some other accounts to fill first. So that's my wife's account. We're going to move over to my accounts. Sorry to hit you from black screen to white screen, but my Tfsa is at an all-time high, 101,000, almost 102,000, and we could see that on the week we're up 2.84%. It's just been a good week. It's been a good week for me. On the daily we're up $90. On the 1 month we're up 2.9. On the 3 months we're up 6.64. On the year we're up 26.95%. And all time we are up 35.368%. However, I'm not too sure how that's adjusted for the rise in just the rise in value of the portfolio. Same with the yearly. I did add $8,000 this year, so I wonder how that affects my total gain. Either way, we're going to move on. As we could see, Algonquin Power actually did not have a very good week, but Alibaba did. Alibaba still came up 5%. It was one of the top performers. BlackRock and BN also up 5%. Outperformers. Berkshire Hathaway actually an underperformer, which was hilarious. And CTC was one of the few stocks in the portfolio that were actually down on the week. I think we're just moving back into high risk. We had interest rate news come out this week. They did decrease interest rates by 0.5% in America. I haven't looked at the Canadian numbers yet. I'm not too sure when they come out. I will look at the Canadian numbers, but as most of my portfolio, even Xeqt, most of my portfolio is in US markets. So forgive me if I do spend a little extra time studying and learning the American market side as opposed to the Canadian market side, even though they're both valuable. One's just a little more worthwhile to me than the other. Google. I was an outperformer as well, I believe. I'm up 40%. Home Depot, Dollarama, up 152. Even though Dollarama is doing great, it's still not as good as my Meta position, which is doing fantastic. It's also about 1/30th the size. Intel had a fantastic week. I am still down 35%. Damn. They got a lot of work to do. We will see. I always said Intel was going to be a 5-year play from the second I bought it. They're building factories. They're doing pretty big things that just burns money. But we will see how well this decision was made later on. Depending on who you ask, it's always a bad decision to stock pick. These singular stock picks, by the way, are making up a less and less of a portion of my total portfolio as we go. This eventually will be only 15%, and I do believe I'll hit that in about 2 years. Xeqt, actually a year and a half. Xeqt and Alta Beauty. Alta Beauty also had a very good week. I believe Alta was up 6.5%. So again, just bringing me above positive, even though we had very good weeks. Sometimes those weeks just bring me up too flat. I do have a fractional buy on Xeqt. As most of you know, I've been turning all my dividends into Xeqt. So all my dividends are just going into Xeqt. This month we get big Xeqt dividends, which is going to be pretty nice. And that is just going to keep funneling into Xeqt to make sure that it is over 75% of my portfolio, eventually 85% of my portfolio. That's the plan. All right, moving on. I do have the boring account. The boring account is my first home savings account, and it is up actually on the 1 week. It's up 1.19%. All time it is up 6.34%. However, my Xeqt position is only up 4.65% as this used to be in cash. I do not have any dividends yet from this portfolio. That $15 has been there for quite a while, but I can't for some reason use it. Yeah, and I have $8,500 in Xeqt, so that's still moving good, just like my wife's account. It's all Xeqt. Non-registered. Non-registered has had a rough time. 7.199%. 7.99%. I did not make a buy this week. This week is a buy week, and it is on the penny stock side, so I will be asking for a few crowd picks. However, we do have our second huge loser, FFIE. They are diluting shareholders. This is going to probably get delisted at some point in time. At $25, I do have $3 left, so that's pretty nice. Art down 55%, 62%. We're just seeing, we're seeing the big losses. We're seeing some big winners too, but mostly big losers. 6.67%. Thank God, not another 6. Game On Technologies, fairly new to be this low. Well, I mean, God, that's a hilarious statement, isn't it? It's new and it's dropped very quickly. Metamaterials, almost down 100%. That's going to be first to go. I believe that Metamaterials in this account is going to be my first delist, which is going to be kind of cool. Xeqt in this account is up 4.9%. As a matter of fact, I would hedge that this is why the account is actually coming up in value. For those who don't know, Xeqt, if you guys use my link below in the description for Wealthsimple and make an account using my referral code, that $25 goes right in Xeqt. It's just to track how much I make from social media platforms so that you can see and so that I can see, what the actual, return on the work is. I guess that's kind of a bad way to put it, but Xeqt. Bam. And I'm also making some money from stock lending, which is hilarious. Moving on to my last account, which is the crypto account, and the crypto account is doing terribly. 27% down. Wow. That's pretty bad. Although not as bad as I thought. I have Bitcoin and it is in the positives. That's insane. I did not expect that. That was the most recent buy that I had was in BTC, the standard $25 into any crypto account or any cryptocurrency. So yeah. And also my ADA is staking. So ADA is staking. I'm not too sure if ETH or Render is, but the next crypto that I get is going to be one that I can stake and then one that I could just collect like dividends or a fee on, and then yeah, just leave it. Probably pay taxes on it. We'll see. I'm going to make a video about that when I pay taxes for everything. We'll see how bad it is. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Hello, Sep. Hello, Jason. Goodbye.